Home invasion, a robbery, a cruel ending of life. Just another day in South Africa, right? Well, no, not quite. So let me tell you about how the violent backdrop of South Africa has allegedly been used to try and cover up a disturbing crime. In the early hours of Thursday, the 30th of October, what was believed to be a house robbery was occurring in Mangle Street, Newton Park, Port Elizabeth. Within the home, 65-year-old Danie De Jager would meet a brutal and tragic end, whilst his 57-year-old partner, Estelle Lagrange, was allegedly gagged, tied up with cable ties, and a pillowcase was placed over her head. As the four unidentified attackers continued their spree before stealing Danie's Nissan Juke. After they had left, she had allegedly been able to break free and had then come across Danie's unresponsive body. Sounds like anyone's worst nightmare, right? Well, as it turns out, there's a little more to the story. And just hours after the attack, that very same woman, along with the two tenants, Leroy Scholz and Anka Cilliers, both 36 years old, who stayed on the property, were arrested. You see, upon further investigation, some things just didn't sit right with the detectives on scene. There were signs of damage to the garage door, as well as a small window that was smashed and identified as a possible point of entry. However, what was odd was that the broken glass was found on the outside of the house, indicating that the window had been smashed from the inside. Danie's stolen vehicle was also tracked using security cameras, and what is believed to have been the murder weapon was found tossed over a property wall along the route. Furthermore, the two tenants stated that whilst they were not home at the time of the incident, they couldn't explain their whereabouts, later caving in after police questioning. The trio appeared yesterday in court on the 3rd of November and will appear once again on the 5th of November, where a date will be set for their bail application. Allegedly, though, during the session yesterday, Leroy was about to speak further into what had happened, but the magistrate had cut his admission short, citing that it wasn't the time for that conversation, especially as he had not spoken to a lawyer first. The duo have applied to legal aid, whilst Estelle appointed a well-known criminal defense lawyer, Alvin Grebenau. Danie was a beloved father of a daughter and a grandfather of two grandsons. He was described as respectful, warm, kind, and a big fan of motorbikes and cars. Those were his passions. He was also a qualified air conditioning technician as well as a businessman, known for his generosity and his big heart. Within the businesses that he owned, his partner Estelle had worked for him. His family, grieving and heartbroken, are praying that justice will be received for Danie. You know the drill though. Keep your eyes on my feed and I'll be sure to keep you in the loop. Until the next one, Bella out.